All right, today we're into Exodus 3, and here's where, well, Moses has his change of life moment. Another 40 years have passed from the end of chapter 2. Moses, he's settled into life of a shepherd, part of the household of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. And one day, Moses has an experience that would change his life, instigate the change of the course of two nations, if not more. The event is so striking, it's still even proverbial today. You will still hear, or at least people will understand the reference to a burning bush experience, something that is just so, could be traumatic, could be dramatic, something that just changes the course of a person's life. Moses sees a bush. The Hebrew word is kind of vague. It could have been a tree, a bush, it's a shrub. It's just some kind of mildly significant sized plant, and it's burning. But it's not burning up, it's not being consumed. And going over to look at what this could be, Moses encounters God. Now, God identifies himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and tells Moses it was time for Israel to be freed from slavery and for the promise or the fulfillment of the promise of returning to the land. Now's the time. Now, that task just seemed overwhelming to Moses, and understandably so. After all, he's a shepherd, has no army, going against what was the most, or at least one of the most powerful nations and dynasties of the world at that time. He's fled from that country because he killed an officer of a previous pharaoh. And he asked God, what qualifications, what power do I have to be able to accomplish this? And God's answer is amazing to me. God says, you have my presence. Catch that. My presence. Not my power, not I'm going to raise up an army for you, Moses. I'm with you. That qualifies you. That makes you powerful enough to accomplish my purpose. I mean, God, well, Moses' next question is, well, then who do I tell the Israelites sent me? God's answer, also fascinating. In English, it's translated a few different ways. I am who I am because I will be who I will be. The Hebrew word is Yahweh. And that relates to, sorry to get grammar nerd on some of us, not my strong suit. It's a word related to the third person use of the verb to be. The original pronunciation of this word was actually almost literally lost, as ancient Jews viewed this word as so holy they refused to write it down or even speak it. It was holy not because they worshiped the word or the text in some way. It's because it referred to the most holy, perfect being. It's actually part of the root of why in English we use the word God instead of Yahweh or Jehovah in our regular conversations about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because the word God in English is not so much a name, a personal name. It's a category, it's a title. Here, God gave Moses his personal name. This is who I am. I am. God promises success to Moses, and included is a detail that when Israel leaves slavery to Egypt, ask the Egyptians for their wealth. They'll just give it to you. We'll see that come into play as we continue through Exodus. Thought for today. I think for all of us as followers of Jesus, there is a tension in our relationship with God between and I'll use the words formal or the informal, or the, um, formal is the other person, or the personal, between the burning bush God, holy ground, take your sandals off, and the call me by my first name. There's the king and the friend who walks with us. And we need to keep both in balance. And that's hard at times. It can be what generation we grew up in, it can be other factors, but we need to keep both fully held on to, that Jesus is our king and he's also our friend, that God is holy and a consuming fire, as scriptures will say elsewhere. And he looks to walk and dwell within us. We need to keep these in balance. And we need to show grace to those within our church family who are at a different place of balance than we are. We can view some as being so stuffy and just formal and rigid, but perhaps we need to view them as someone we can learn from. Or we can judge others as being callous or just careless or just disrespectful in how they dress or how they just may be so free and so personal with God and seem not to have that sense of awe. Maybe we could also learn from them. God is absolutely king, and he's also our Father. We need to keep both in view. So wherever you are on that scale, I just encourage you to reflect on the other side and what maybe can be gained without losing the view of God you already cherish. As you ponder that, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.